Here is one productivity hack you need to know about in your real estate business. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, it's Rosemary Lewis, your educator agent with eXp Realty. And today I am going to give you a hack that you need to get you through the activities that you low-key dread in your business. But before I do, y'all, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that share button. Get in comments, let your girl know that you are here. And speaking of here, are you over there on our podcast? Because we have a whole podcast now called the Real Estate Bestie Podcast. So make sure that you check it out, share it with all of your real estate besties. And as always, I'm just so grateful for all of you. Truly, I'm grateful for your comments, for your shares, for your downloads. You are why I show up to do this, because I know that you got what it takes to be an amazing real estate agent or a real estate agent in the making. So that's why I'm here. So now let's get to this hack that you need in your business. Let's just be honest, okay? It is kind of simple to be successful in real estate. So simple that it's hard as ever. And a lot of that, I know that's like a whole oxymoron, but if you know, you know, type in the chat that you know. Because there are just a few small activities. And one thing is us calling our sphere, if you're cold calling, if you whatever those activities are that you have to get done to get you in front of people, for some reason, they can be so taxing. When I first got into the business, I was a part of a team, and my team's motto was that you made 100 calls a day. You were gonna make 100 calls a day to get 10 connections. From 10 connections, you would work to get one appointment. So I still call every day, but it just looks different. I'm no longer calling internet leads. I'm calling my sphere, I'm calling my past clients, I'm calling my referral partners, right? But y'all, sitting and making calls, which I feel like is an inevitable part of the business, making connections, whatever that looks like, sometimes it can be so taxing. And not just making calls. What about cleaning up your CRM or actually doing your taxes? They are meaningful activities, but they seem so tedious and they seem so hard to do. But once I implemented this hack, it skyrocketed my productivity and my attention span. And that hack was to apply the Pomodoro method. So let me tell you what the Pomodoro method is you write down whatever task you need to complete. So if you need to make 25 calls, if you need to write your email to your clients, if you need to, set up a CRM, set up searches, whatever it is that you're working on, those things that just kind of seem to hang out in the background, write them down, and then you set a timer for 25 minutes. So for 25 minutes, you work on, in the order of importance, start with that first thing. So that first thing is you need to make 25 calls. You start dialing and you start dialing and you start dialing. Before you look up, 18 minutes have passed and you actually have made 20 calls. So before the timer goes off, you are moving on to task number 2. Well, the timer goes off at the 25-minute mark and you give yourself a little wiggle break, okay? You get to, get some water, you get to use the restroom, you get to scroll social media, but here's the ticket. You only get a 5-minute break, okay? So you get a 5-minute break, and when the timer goes off for that 5-minute break, you get a little bit of a brain break, you're back at it to the next task for 25 minutes. You repeat that cycle 4 times, and after the 4th round, right, then you get a longer extended break. And I promise you, when you do this, you look up because you've been undistracted. You have a short little sprint of time that you're working, then you get a break. You will be so much more productive. I will tell you, true story. I have a course that I kind of put off. I was so interested in doing a digital course for realtors. I wanted to do a course all about time blocking. It is actually available for you now at agenteducationacademy.com. And I had all of these ideas in my head, but I did not make myself sit down and do it. When I learned the Pomodoro method, I wrote the entire course in like 2 sessions, right? Something that had been on my to-do list that I have been procrastinating, that I didn't prioritize because it seemed like such a weighty thing that I needed to get done. I didn't know how I would find the time. When I did the Pomodoro method and had focused time for that activity, I looked up and it was done, and then I was on to the next thing. So how can you use this in your business, okay? There are Pomodoro timers all over the place. You can get it, you can just Google Pomodoro timer and you can find one. I actually like to have a kitchen timer, right though? Because what I know is that if I have too much technology open, then it's easy for me to veer off even in my 25-minute work block. So I set a kitchen timer, just a timer for 25 minutes because I want my phone put away unless I'm using my phone for the activity. And then I just put my head down and I work. So again, whatever you need to do, like look at your high priority items, right? Is it high priority that you follow up with these lenders, that you follow up with the people from the open house, that you call and set up your appointments? Like whatever your high priority items are, especially during your money-making hours when you're calling and you're prospecting those people who are looking to buy or sell, you set that timer and you work, and then you give yourself a break. And now those activities that have been hanging over your head, you feel so much more productive because you've actually done what normally would have taken you all day to try to do, but you can get it done in a much shorter amount of time because you have decided to focus during the Pomodoro. So go ahead and try this hack. I'm telling you, I use it for everything. I use it for studying. I use it for cleaning my closet. I use it for making phone calls. I use it for anything, any activity that I'm kind of dreading, but I know it has to get done because it's gonna make my business better. It's gonna make me better. It's gonna make life easier. I apply this method, and let me tell you, the job gets done. Now, if you made it to the end of this video and you are not subscribed to my channel, like for real, what are you doing with your life? Go ahead and subscribe and hit the thumbs up. Like give your girl a thumbs up. And if you don't have it already, I have 10 habits for highly successful realtors. Make sure that you check that out, okay? It's a free guide for you. Hop on over to rosemarylewis.com/10 habits. I'll also put the link in the description box because I have outlined the 10 habits that you need to be doing in your business all the time so that you can be successful, okay? And I will see you back here next time or on the Real Estate Bestie podcast. Talk to you later.